Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 92 of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We're going to make two random SoulsBorne bosses. Did I say bake there? I didn't mean to say bake. We're going to pick two random SoulsBorne bosses, and then they will be sent to different areas of the U.S. to unfreeze certain cities and areas. And whoever unfreezes their area the fastest will be the winner. There is every chance, even though this is a week or two into January, that because I'm recording this weeks ahead of time, that we will have hit a heat wave and there will be no snow at that point in time. I guess time will tell, but we've been getting January temperatures in December here in upstate New York, so I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But I guess if that's the case, then we'll just have to have them do other things, I guess. But for right now, they're going to be unfreezing certain areas of the U.S. due to winter. I don't know. I just want to send them to help someone out. I don't know. Hopefully they can. I'm sure someone's pipes will be frozen or something along those lines. All right. The battlefield has been cleared. It can house any and all SoulsBorne bosses, and it has housed all of them at least once in a SoulsBorne Battle Royal that took place several months ago. There are pretty close to 100 bosses in this little generator that I've created, and some special spots that can create some fun and interesting scenarios. So anything can happen depending on the spots that we land on here. So certain spots will create some different things, so you never know. You never know. It could be anything. You never know. We'll just have to, find out when we land on them. So I'm gonna shut my app. We're gonna stop this wheel, and we're gonna see who the first participant is going to be on SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. The Old Demon King from Dark Souls 3. Old Demon King is a sad story. A very sad story. If you read up on the lore, he's the last of his kind basically, and then if you get him down to about 10% health, he basically discharges the last of his fire, his chaos flame or whatever it is, and then he drops down to one knee, and he's basically reduced to batting you away with one, paw, one hand or whatever, feebly trying to pick up his weapon, and he can't. It's really kind of sad there at the end. He knows his time is over, and he can't do anything about it. But as a boss, he's tough. He's very tough. He's got some hard-hitting attacks, and he's got those meteors that can definitely do a lot of damage. So he's certainly not one to be trifled with. That's for certain. He can stand up to a lot of bosses here in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. So, yeah, Demon King's a good choice. That doesn't make me sad at all. So that's very cool. We got the Old Demon King on SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We're going to take this wheel for another spin. We are going to decide the opponent for the Old Demon King here in this episode 92 of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Old Demon King is a perfect boss to send to unfreeze pipes or cities or whatever. He's the perfect boss to send for it. So a lot of people are, they'll be happy for his abilities. They won't be happy that I sent a demon over there to do it, but beggars can't be choosers, so I don't know what to tell them. They're just they asked me for help. I don't know what to tell them. They're going to have to deal with whatever I send them, so it just is what it is. All right, we have the Old Demon King on one side of the oh my god, why can't I talk? You know why I can't talk? Because it's like almost midnight as I'm recording this. We have the Old Demon King on one end of the battlefield, and on the other end we have Oh, no. Oh my goodness. Oh, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have landed on the greatest SoulsBorne battle to the death competitor, I think for the third time. For the third time, we have landed on Bobby with the most obnoxious picture I could have ever chosen. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man, I always get the worst picks too. I think I had, what did I have? Yorm the Giant once? I fought Yorm the Giant. Like, what chance did I have against him? I could have had freaking Storm Ruler on taped to every limb on my body. I wouldn't have been able to beat him. Well, it is what it is. We got to do what the wheel says. It's the old Demon King against Bobby on SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We are going to go to the contractually obligated bio, so let's have a look at the old Demon King. The Chaos Flame gave birth to many demons, and the old Demon King was one of those demons. And the old Demon King is said to have been the last remaining demon alive when the Witch of Izalith was extinguished. When the bed of chaos is destroyed by you in Dark Souls 1, the line of demons began to decline with no means of maintaining it. Old Demon King, however, planted his giant-ass feet in the ground and said, "I will not die." And he somehow persisted until Dark Souls 3, of course, when you come along and destroy everything. Demon in Pain and Demon from Below also are two surviving demons. They also find a way to survive until then. I think the old Demon King is a pretty cool boss, and I think one of the things about it is there's a great attention to detail, and when you get his health below 25%, I think it is, the flame inside him extinguishes, and he no longer has any power left, and then he just kind of collapses to one knee, and then he starts to like weakly brush you away with his arm or whatever. It's really sad, and knowing that he's like one of the last ones, it's just sad. It's just sad. I don't know a better way to describe it. It's just, you know, he's the last of a dying breed, and you know he's still trying to fend you off, even though he has nothing left, and he's just trying to find a way to continue on his legacy, but at that point his legacy has just come to an end. You know, there's just nothing for it. So yeah, I think the old Demon King is a pretty cool boss, and yeah, I think I don't think you want to be on the other side of the arena against him in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Oh me, oh me, oh my. What is there to say about me when it comes to SoulsBorne Battle to the Death? What are my credentials as a fighter in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death? Fred, get up off the floor. Fred, stop. Well, nope, get away from me. Fred, nope, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Screw you. I may not look it now. I used to be pretty athletic. I played all kinds of sports. I played baseball, basketball, football, all kinds of stuff when I was a kid. I was a professional wrestler for a year. This cockroach jumps at me. He's dead. You're dead. Don't even, bro. Serious. Oh, he did too. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. I do have pretty good reflexes. When you know, if I'm just kind of sitting there and something comes flying at me, if I see it out of the corner of my eye, I have a pretty good record of dodging it. I have done that many times in my life. So that's a point in my favor, I think. Oh, wow, cool. Fuck you, dude. Stupid roaches. My fighting prowess. I haven't been in an actual fight since I was 10 years old, and that was a draw. And I did get jumped in 2001 by 3 guys, but that doesn't really count. Although if you want to count the fact that, like, I don't know, I got, you know, beaten within an inch of my life pretty good, and I basically kind of crawled all the way home and went back to work 2 days later. If you want to count that toward my tenacity, I'll take the points for that. No, I gotta push this thing over. Haha! I'm a neural net processor, a learning computer. You know, if something happens and I got, you know, if someone cut me off in the road or something and then he gets out of his car and he wants to fight, it's probably going to be an honor and pride type of fight. You know, I'm going to fight within the basic rules of street fighting, you know, and we're just going to fight until one of us walks away, and I'm too stupid and stubborn to walk away, and I have no regard for my own well-being at all. Anyone that knows me can tell you that. If it's a situation where my life is on the line, like, you know, someone's trying to rob me or kill me, or, you know, someone in my family, something like that, I will bite off all of your fingers and your toes and shove them all up your ass. That is the way I feel about things. So, take that for whatever it's worth. This is dumb. This is dumb. It's not dumb. It's freaking creepy. I'm just saying it's dumb because I'm scared. For weapons, I own a Soul Reaver. I own twin short swords. I ripped the sheath on this one. I'm ripping it again, actually. And I do own a bow. Am I good with any of these weapons? I'm actually pretty good with the bow, although I haven't shot in a while. Am I good with the swords? I guess that's for me to know and for you to find out. So, I guess if you're gonna take all these things and put them all together and evaluate me as a SoulsBorne Battle to the Death competitor, I could probably hold my own against some of the lower tier. Maybe. Kind of depends on who they are. Oh, cockroach. Fuck you, dude. But I think one thing is for absolute certain. I will give it, just like I do with everything in my life, I will give it 125% every step of the way. And, you know, my life is of no consequence. I will go all the way to the end, win, lose, or draw. So you can definitely count on me giving it everything he's got in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Well, here it is. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day I claim a victory in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show up to this fight in a dump truck full of snow and ice, and I'm going to back that bitch up as fast as I possibly can, and I'm going to ram it as hard as I can into the old Demon King, and that's going to knock his ass out, and I'm going to flip the, you know, I'm going to do the thing with the dump truck where it goes up, and all the snow and ice is going to fall on top of him, and that's going to put him out, and that's going to be it. I am going to be the winner of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death for a change. That's it. I mean, that's just it. I'm the winner. I'm declaring it right here and now. I will be the winner of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? If I even tried that, the old Demon King would just grab the truck and throw it all the way across the arena. And if I even managed to survive that, if I happen to crawl out of the wreckage, he's going to walk his ass all the way over to me with that giant hammer of his. And I'm going to stand up if I can and probably put my hands up like this. And he's just going to fucking annihilate me with the hammer. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's a foregone conclusion. There's no winning this fight. Someday I am going to claim a victory in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death, but today will not be that day. And I've been given a terrible luck of the draw in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. I've been up against Yorm the Giant, I've been up against Gravelord Nito, and now the old Demon King. And, you know, and I always say, you know, I have to preserve the integrity of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. And here I am, doing it one more time. There's just no scenario I can see. You know, I give it everything I got, but we're talking about a giant demon burning with the old Chaos Flame and a hammer that's 10 times the size of me at least. So, you know, it is what it is, people. You know, Bobby's not going to win this one. I still say that if I land on Pinwheel one day, I'm taking that fight, win, lose, or draw. That's just the way it is. I'm going to take that victory, and I'm going to claim a victory over Soldier of Godric too. I mean, come on. If I'm beating Pinwheel, I'm beating Soldier of Godric. That's all there is to it. So yeah, the old Demon King claims a victory over Bobby. I know that's going to break the hearts of a lot of people, but it's just the way it is. But that's just my opinion. Feel free to leave yours in the comments. And with that, yet another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death draws to a close. RobertBledgerBooks.com. If you're interested in the award-winning Roar of a Dragon series, you can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. If you'd like to hear more about them, the Rise of Dragons podcast, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. My Linktree, my Instagram, my Twitter, all Bobby's World 2110. Mondays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Dark Souls Remastered No Estus run. And this past Monday, I am at the top of Sten's Fortress. Basically trying to figure out what I have to do before I battle the Iron Golem. You know, I do run into an NPC up there. I do some exploring, and I fight some enemies that give me some trouble up there at the top. So, yeah, that's there for your viewing pleasure if you want to check it out. Back in the archives, I have the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask run, Volume 1 Limgrave. I have the Sekiro No Healing Gourd run. I have the Dark Souls 3 No Estus run, and the Dark Souls 3 No Level Up run. So those are all there for you to check out. Live streams. I just recently did a live stream doing the Silent Hill 2 remake, a blind run. So, and I don't do those very often on my channel. So if you want to see me do a blind run of a horror game, go check it out. That was a fun time. I also did a live stream a couple months ago, I think it was, of my no level up build from Dark Souls 3 against the Nameless King. So that was a very fun time. Hunger Games, Bobby's World Hunger Games. There's a new one of those up, and there's 27 others for you to check out. And the Your Father's Story videos, where I answer questions from a book to, you know, basically talk to my boys about life and, you know, things like that. So, you know, if you want to learn a little bit more about me, that would be the place to do it. So, yeah, all kinds of stuff for you guys to check out, all kinds of content, and there will be plenty more on the way as we dive right into 2026. Things are going to get a lot busier for me very, very shortly here, but I am not going to give up on my YouTube schedule. I'm going to just keep knocking out that content. Kate is extremely supportive and wants me to keep doing this for as long as I can. She knows how much I love doing it and how much I love sharing it with everybody, and the love and support has been amazing, and the growth on the channel, I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's been awesome and been so rewarding, and has been a major contributor in me just running myself into the ground, but I love doing it. So, you know, it's hardly like, you know, you're not twisting my arm or anything. You know, I love making content. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say. You know, I'm going to be pretty exhausted in 2026, but I think there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for me. So, that would be amazing. But, we'll just have to see what happens. But win, lose, or draw, you know, you can find me here on the channel no matter what. So, I love you guys. Be well, stay safe. Leave a like, subscribe, notifications, and all that crap. I almost forgot to do that, but, whatever. You know how I feel about that. I do appreciate it, Leaving a like is always, awesome and amazing. But, it is what it is. So, hope everyone has an amazing week. Be well, stay safe, and as always, it's Bobby's World, and you're all just living in it. See you alive, y'all. Bye!
Hey, boss.
Yes, Courtney.
Mrs. Anderson called. She wanted to order several copies of your books for family and friends.
Oh, that's amazing. Get some ordered, have them sent over to me, and I will sign them for her. I really appreciate it if you could do that for me.
I didn't know you were an author.
You did. Courtney, you've been with me for like 2 years now, and we've talked about it fairly constantly, and there's an ad at the end of every one of these videos.
Well, that doesn't mean that I listen to everything you tell me. Are the books any good?
Well, readersfavorite.com said that its intensity rivals that of the Game of Thrones series. I know, that's pretty crazy, but that's exactly what it says. It's on the Cry of a Raven review. Go check it out.
Well, that's pretty cool. What are the books about?
It's about a soldier who gets exiled for saving a baby dragon, and later he's killed, and he wakes up 3,000 years later with strange powers, and he's watched over by the very same dragon, and the world has been overrun by evil, and he now must travel back in time to stop the evil that started in his own home country.
Wow, that sounds interesting. How can I get copies of the books?
Well, you can go to robertblanchardbooks.com and order your copies there. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast.
You have a podcast too?
You know what, Courtney? You are doing such an amazing job that I think you are due for a raise. How does that sound?
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Thank you, boss.
You bet. Too bad the raise is going to be when I raise a water balloon over her head and just... Maybe I'll wait until her mom calls. I think she'll find that pretty funny. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com right now and get your copies of the series that got 3 5-star reviews from readersfavorite.com, 3 Author Shout Recommended Reads Awards, and 2 Literary Titan Silver Awards. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free, read more reviews, short stories, and much more. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts.